Halloween just got scarier. We know that every time around Halloween, there's always a rumor about Hocus Pocus 2. Gets kind of old, right? But this time, it's actually legit. Disney announced that a Hocus Pocus sequel is in the works, and here's everything you need to know as compiled by Riveted. Stick around for the best Hocus Pocus 2 possible storylines. Before we begin, subscribe to our channel and turn on that notification for this and more amazing videos. Fans have received the news of the new movie differently. Some have stated that they don't need a sequel because the original is enough. Others have said they are only looking forward to the movie if the original team will be part of the cast. Some are open to the idea of a new cast and a new story altogether, and the rest, well, they just don't care. Let us know where you belong after watching the video. We might just change your mind. Okay, this one needs a bit of background because the original movie was released in 1993. Hocus Pocus started life as a script by Mick Garris that was bought by Walt Disney Pictures in 1984. The film's working title was Disney's Halloween House. It was much darker and scarier, and its protagonists were all 12-year-olds. Maybe Disney should take this approach in the new project. Various rewrites were made to the script to make the film more comedic and made two of its young protagonists into teenagers, which wasn't such a bad idea. Hocus Pocus is something worth watching for various reasons, including the fact that it was directed by yours truly, Kenny Ortega. If there's one person who has successfully managed to keep different generations entertained, it's Kenny Ortega. Plus, the movie has some of Hollywood's heavyweights who rarely disappoint, if ever. When it was first released in 1994, it probably cost Disney a few million in losses, but the movie has picked up throughout the years. The original cast members have stated several times that they are still shocked that the movie is still very relevant. Since there are annual airings of the film on Disney Channel and Freeform, Hocus Pocus has been rediscovered by audiences, resulting in a yearly spike in home video sales of the movie every Halloween season. It's like Home Alone during the Christmas season. Never gets old. I bet you've already seen the original movie too, but in case you are still in the dark, we'll give you a short summary here. After moving to Salem, teenager Max Dennison explores an abandoned house with his sister Danny and their new friend Allison. After dismissing a story Allison tells as superstitious, Max accidentally frees a coven of evil witches who used to live in the house. Now, with the help of a magical cat, the kids must steal the witch's book of spells to stop them from becoming immortal. On paper, the movie may sound very frightening, but it's actually very manageable. The song and dance, ridiculous humor, and memorable antics make for a perfectly harmless and entertaining Halloween tale. By the end of the 1993 movie, the witches are defeated and the kids emerge mostly unscathed, so the real question is how the story will continue if the kids were already successful. Well, let's not forget that this is Disney and anything is possible. There were also several unanswered questions when the movie ended, like, was Danny forever traumatized about adopting another cat? Did Max ever get over his love of Yabos? Did Jay and Ice ever get out of those cages? How come Binks never attempted to contact her parents, yet she was a talking cat? And where in the world were all the babysitters when all the children were being lured by a song? These may probably get answered in the much-anticipated sequel, or the story could be totally unrelated to all these unanswered questions. Honestly, though, who wouldn't want to see another Hocus Pocus movie? The cast. This is probably one thing that is bothering the die-hard fans of Hocus Pocus. The original Hocus Pocus starred Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy as three sister witches, the Sanderson sisters. Back in 2017, when Hocus Pocus 2 rumors began to surface, it was made clear that the original cast would not return. Bette Midler publicly spoke out against the idea, and she told People in an interview, "It's going to be cheap. I'm not sure what they're going to do with my character. My character is very, very broad, and I don't know who they're going to find to play that." Of course, fans were disappointed because the movie wouldn't be the same without the original sisters, but we also have to understand that it's been 25 years since the movie was first released. Getting all the cast members may not be easy, but Disney is definitely trying to get the original cast members on board. The good thing is, they are all still alive. As of now, it remains unclear whether they'll be the main characters or whether we'll see them pass the proverbial torch to a new generation of witches. However, some of the cast members have teased their return in the second installment. Actress Vanessa Shaw, who portrayed Allison in the film, set social media on fire with an Instagram post featuring some of her Hocus Pocus co-stars around a crystal ball. Hold your breath, they may all be coming back. Sarah Jessica Parker also said previously that she's interested in being involved in a sequel, adding that the original cast keeps in touch via a group text thread. We're not sure whether the cast will be coming back, but we are certain that Kenny Ortega will not be part of the second installment. The new director has, however, not yet been announced, but word on the street is that Disney has some of the best people working on the project. Jen D'Angelo, writer and co-producer for the Comedy Central series Workaholics, will be penning down the much-anticipated storyline, and we can't wait to see what he has in store for us. It'll also be executive produced by David Kirshner, who was a producer on the original Hocus Pocus. Release date. After the 2017 rumor of Hocus Pocus 2, news around the movie faded out until recently when talks resurfaced. Disney has not communicated the release date, but there's a chance it will be released among the first new shows when they launch Disney Plus in a few weeks. So we may get the movie as early as 2020, or Disney could wait for next Halloween next year to release the movie. It'll make more sense when it's released during the Halloween period. Disney has also been very quiet about the plot of the second installment. Maybe they're still not sure which angle they should take, but fans from all over the world have already come up with a couple of ideas for Hocus Pocus 2. You're welcome, Disney. One fan on Reddit had this to say about the movie. I remember a while ago, an old draft of the sequel that was circulating had a museum worker accidentally summon or resurrect the Sanderson sisters' mom, to be played by Cloris Leachman. Then she casts a spell that brings her 3 daughters back, tells them the same BS about rounding up as many kids as possible for the potion. But Winnie just wants revenge and sets out to find Max and his family, now living in New York City. Mary gets lost in Macy's, Sarah's still slutty, and Winnie ends up on Broadway. Genius idea right there. And here's another plot story posted by another fan on Reddit. Recently divorced Max decides to fly home to Salem to get away from his life in California and visit his sister Danny. Danny still lives in Salem when she is still his goofy little sister and, as an adult, practices Wicca, uses tarot and crystals, etc. Danny has a new girlfriend or best friend, but they don't know too much about her. Turns out she somehow tricks the siblings into resurrecting the Sanderson sisters again, and it was all a plan to do so. Earlier, when Max returns to town, he runs into Allison, whose husband died a few years prior. Once Max and Danny need help, they knock on Allison's door to ask for help. Since Danny practices Wicca, she knows how to bring someone back and gets Thackeray and possibly Emily to join. Maybe she puts Binks back into a cat or perhaps another funny animal. Yet another genius idea. In case you didn't know, there's also a follow-up novel called Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel, which also has another exciting plot. You can get the book on Amazon for about $13 if you're interested in a good read. The book is set 25 years after the original movie, featuring the adult versions of Max and Allison, his love interest played by Vanessa Shaw in the original movie. However, it's their 17-year-old daughter Poppy that's the main focus. To impress a girl she has a crush on, Poppy returns to the Sanderson house on Halloween, lights the black candle, and the witches materialize once again. This story sounds very promising, but it also hasn't been officially confirmed as the basis for Hocus Pocus 2. It's possible that Hocus Pocus 2 will go in a completely different direction from the novelized sequel. Another plot they could explore is the witches become pop stars. Okay, this sounds crazy, but it's also an interesting angle. Remember the scene where Winifred curses a whole party to dance and sing to I Put a Spell on You until they die? The witches' plan could be to become the next big girl group before unleashing the spell on the entire world. The best thing about this plot is that the movie could have a pop cameo from one of our favorite singers as a secret fourth witch. Who do you think is most likely to appear as a secret pop star in the movie? Or Disney could have a bunch of new witches in the second installment. Fans have already floated different names for people who can totally nail the movie. The ones who top the list are Emma Stone, Rachel Weisz, Olivia Colman, Zendaya, Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer, and Janelle Monáe. The movie had a huge comeback last year during the film's 25th anniversary. Jordan Sparks, Dove Cameron, and Sophia Carson donned the famous costumes worn by Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy when they got together to sing I Put a Spell on You for Freeform's Hocus Pocus 25th Anniversary Halloween Bash. Mick Garris, who co-wrote Hocus Pocus, spoke with Forbes about a possible sequel in 2017. He made the argument that if Disney doesn't include the original actresses, it would be a big mistake. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching this video and feel free to check back tomorrow for another one. This has been Riveted.